Hey guys, how's it going? Bud be cubing here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to solve the 2x2. This is my first video on this channel, so let me know what you guys think. So this is my Florian modded Lan Lan 2x2. As you can see, it's Florian modded. This 2x2, just to be fair, actually I'm not going to be fair, this is a piece of crap. This 2x2 absolutely sucks. It locks up, like, see, just trying to do just like the sexy move at all. If you guys didn't know, the sexy move is just R-U-R-I-U-I. It's just like, yeah, whatever, just trying to do that, it locks up. The Florian mod helps like absolutely nothing, because look, that should be able to corner cut, but it barely does, and it pops, the pieces pop all the time. Anyway, that's not what this video is for. This video is going to be teaching you guys how to solve the 2x2 using sort of, I call it the Broesky Method. My name is Bud Broesky, so it's based off of a layer by layer 2x2 method, but it's modified so you can transfer your skills to 2-look OLL or 2-look PLL on a 3x3. This is my Lego 3x3 here. But so yeah, it's basically, it's kind of like, it's modified, like, not to make it necessarily easier. It's about the same challenge, same difficulty as layer by layer, but the algorithms, at least one of them is optimized, or it's the same algorithm as on a 3x3. So it's not as there is a faster way to do it on a 2x2, but the reason I do it on a 3x3 is just because it's a lot easier to transfer your skills from the 2x2 to the 3x3. So let's start out. The only knowledge you're going to need for this is, you don't even really need any, but basic understanding of how the cube turns, and if I turn a piece, if I turn the top layer this way, then where this piece is going to be facing, or yeah, you just need understanding of how the cube works. So let's get started. First I'll scramble the cube, and I'll just show you guys a example solve. It's not going to be super, this isn't going to be a very fast solve, just because, again, the cube locks up a lot, like right there. It's really annoying. I'm going to be getting a new one soon. Okay, so basically I'm just going to get the first layer. Whoops. Okay, actually I'll scramble this up a little bit more. Okay, so first you check to see which actually no, I'll just do an example solve. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. What? Oh, okay. There. Something really weird happened there. I think I did a wrong algorithm. Part of it is also the cube kind of like locks up a lot, and it's really annoying. Anyway, let's get scrambling here, and then I'll show you guys how to actually complete the method here. So to start, you're going to take your scrambled cube, and you're going to try to find something like this here. So this is a pair. I always solve yellow first, then black. That's my favorite color, but I can solve on any side of the cube, which is something you should practice on as well. But for this tutorial we'll solve yellow then black. So I see that there's a pair of yellow that's already paired up. So I see the yellow here, and these two edges these two corner pieces are already paired up. So then what I do is I look around the cube to find all the other yellow pieces. This is all during inspection. So I'll see this one here, and I know this one has purple, so it matches up to be this corner here, and then this one matches up here. So this will be a pretty easy case. So I put the cube down, pick it up. In order to get this piece up here, we bring the piece that we want it to be in down. We make sure that this is facing right. The yellow is facing right. If it's facing left, I'll show you what to do. So you bring this piece down, swing it over, bring it up. And we'll just do the same for this. Now, I guess it is kind of requiring that you know how to solve the corners on a Rubik's Cube. A simple way to solve the corners on 2x2 is just R-I-D-I-R-D, R-I-D-I-R-D, and if you do that over and over, eventually you'll solve the corner. So once you solve the corner, you're going to be doing some OLL. So I'll look on the top face, I'll see which case I have. For this case, I know the algorithm is this, and that solves the black on the top, still having the yellow on the bottom. I then check which PLL case I have. There's only 2 PLL algorithms you need to know for this, and solves cube. So yeah, so the first layer is pretty intuitive. You don't really need to know any algorithms. The OLL and PLL is what I'm going to be teaching you. That's the main part I'll be teaching you. So let's get into our first case. So our first case is called soon, and you can tell it's soon just because soon and anti-soon are the only 2 that have only one solved piece on the top face. And you can tell it's soon by if you position it in the bottom left hand corner and you rotate it up, there will be a piece facing you here in the top right. So that's how you know it's soon. You don't need to know any of these other ones. As long as you see this piece here, you know it's soon. So with the already orientated piece in the bottom left corner, you're going to hold it like this. So you have the piece facing you in the top right corner, and you're going to do this algorithm. R, U, R, I, U, R, U2, R, I. And that'll solve the top face here. The next case is called anti-soon. As you can see, there's still one piece right here, but as you can see, there isn't a piece facing me here. Instead, there's a so basically, if you don't see a piece facing you here, what you want to do is get this this orientated piece in the upper right hand corner. So then there's a piece on your left facing you here, upper left, and you're going to do this algorithm. R, U2, RI, UI, R, UI, RI. And that will solve the top face here. So the next case is called the flipperoo. It's basically where there's headlights. Headlights are essentially the pieces that should be on top, just together as a pair sort of here. So there's headlights on the front and headlights on the back. This is called the flipperoo because you just want to flip these to be up. So you have a pair of headlights in the back, pair of headlights in the front, and you do this algorithm. Now this is going to be a variation of the sexy move. Whenever there's brackets that you see other than the PLL case, that's basically just a variation of the sexy move, and it's put there so you can easily understand the algorithms. So it is R, U2, RI, UI, which is a variation of the sexy move just with 2 U's. R, U, RI, UI, that's just the sexy move, and then R, UI, RI, and that will solve the PLL on the top. So this next case is called the single sexy, just because it's very simple. Basically there's already 2 solved pieces up here and then headlights. So if you hold these in the back over here, there's headlights facing you here. So you want to have the headlights on your left hand, and you're going to do this algorithm. F, and then do the sexy move, which is R, U, R, I, U, I, and then FI, and that will solve OLL up here. The next one is called double sexy. It's essentially the same algorithm, just you're doing the sexy move twice. And there's the headlights here, but instead of having a pair up here, they're opposites. So again, you're going to hold the headlights in the left hand side and do F, and then the sexy move, and then the sexy move again, and then FI, and then that'll solve the top up here. So this next one is called inverted smile. It's essentially where there's 2 pieces up here, but instead of having headlights here, that's opposite. So you're gonna hold you're gonna have in the upper left hand corner a piece facing you, and then the pair up at the top right, and you're gonna do this algorithm. You're gonna do the sexy move, and then you're gonna do RI, F, R, FI, and that will solve the top up here. Alright, so the last OLL case you'll get on the 2x2 is called checkerboard. It's basically where there's kind of a checkerboard here of correctly orientated pieces and non-correctly orientated pieces. And then there will be a piece here and a piece here. So I kind of think of it as here's the checkerboard here, and then there's like 2 pieces kind of on either side of this solved face here, or solved piece here. So what you want to do is if you hold this bottom, so if you hold one of the checkerboard pieces in the bottom right corner and you flip it upwards, you want to make sure that you have a piece facing you in the top left, and then you're going to do this algorithm. F, R, UI, RI, UI, R, U. So that's kind of a variation of the sexy move. Then you're going to do RI, FI, and that will solve the top up here. So next we're going to be moving on to orientating and permuting these pieces here, which is PLL. Alright, so now we're going to be doing some PLL, which is, just basically solving the rest of the cube. So, essentially what you want to do right when you get the OLL finished, you want to immediately check to see if you have a pair like this right here. Now about 70% of the time you will have a pair here, so usually you will get a good solve, and it's very fast. So essentially if you have the pair right here, what you want to do is you want to find, this is the red pair here, so you want to move it to the red face, and then you want to move this, you want this red pair to be at the back. So yeah, red pair's back here with the red face, and then I've got unsolved face here. And then there's only one PLL case you have to know, which I call backlights. I'll just roll up my sleeves. It's called backlights just because the headlights are on the back. And this is the algorithm. It's going to be RI, F, RI, B2, R, FI, RI, B2, R2, UI. And that will solve the cube. So now let's go to a case where there wouldn't be any like pair. So as you can see, I have the OLL completed, first layer is completed, but as I look around the cube, there's 0 pairs. Well, then what you want to do is you want to do that algorithm on any face. So I can just flip the cube around. Well, it can't be on these two faces, but on any of these side faces. So I'll just quickly do the algorithm there, and it will it'll result in a pair right here. So I can pair that up and do the algorithm and solve the cube. Now a little shortcut, at the very end as you're doing the algorithm, you're going to have to do a U2 and then a UI to solve the cube. But if you have it like that and you do that, it's kind of an awkward like turn. Like, if you know what I mean, that just feels a little bit awkward. So what you can actually do to, it's kind of like a speed thing, I guess. You move it to the face like this, the pair, move it to the correct side here, and then you just do a UI turn, and then you go opposite of that. So or you can memorize this as you have the green to the back, but the face, so it's on the back here, that's where the pair is, but the face that this green should be on is to your right. And then when you do that algorithm, all you have to do is just do a U2, R2. You don't have to do the awkward UI. You can just do like a U2 and then drop the cube. So it's a little bit faster if you get fast at that. So yeah, that's essentially how you solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube using the Broesky method, which is essentially a slightly modified layer by layer method. So yeah, post in the comments your times with this method. I am actually going to be doing, I'll quickly show you guys a timed solve here. Let's get my phone out. Using this app that's like a speed timer thing. So as you can see, it's zeroed out here, and we're just gonna be messing up the cube here. Again, my speeds, my record right now is like a 5-second solve, like a 5.81 I think, but that was I only had one corner, and that was sort of like a first layer skip and a PLL skip. So it was a very easy solve. My solve where I did everything in once was like a 7.58, I believe. So that's what I'm counting as my official solve. So I'll just scan the cube a little bit. Alright, so I just made a cut there just because my cube locked up so much that the pieces popped out, and it wasn't even a good example of how fast you can solve it. So just look around. Perfect. These two are opposites. Yeah, see, there's already some locking up here, but that's alright. Just quickly check which case I have here. So as you can see, that wasn't super great. 14.12. I'll do one more here just to show you guys. I might have gone out of frame there. I don't know. I'm sorry if I did. I'm not used to this recording setup here, but yeah, okay, so as you can see, that was 11.65, and this okay, yeah, so that would have counted. If it's over here, it's no +2, so if I would have accidentally like been over 45 degrees, WCA rules say that it doesn't count, but it was like right here, so that would have counted. So yeah, 11.65. So you can get, and I'm still like just learning this method. I'm still getting fairly fast at it. If I had a faster cube, I could probably get sub 10s, averaging around sub 10s. So yeah, post in the comments your times with this method. Also, which cube you used. I'd like to know which cube you guys would recommend. I'm thinking of getting either a Dian, a Moyu, or Cyclone Boys. So yeah, post in the comments your cubes and your times, and just if you felt like this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.